Billy? Pipsqueak? Guys? Nate? Shh! Not you too. Run. Gizmo, okay, here. Here you go, boys. Here you go. Nate, here. Here, Pippi, are you going to take it into your igloo? Here, you can have the rest of this too. Boys, here. No fighting. Here you go, Gary. Gary. There you go. Here you go, Billy. Hi, boys. There you go, Nails. Oh, Piggy Small, don't steal his piece. He's not your table. His butt is not your lunch table. Okay, here you go, boys. Did everybody get a piece?
Hey, Scott here, Scotty's Animals, and here's 10 steps before you get guinea pigs. Now, if you just got guinea pigs, or you already have them, don't do anything else until you watch this video. Hi, I'm Scott. I'm a volunteer at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, and here's your 10 steps, 10 things. This is your checklist for what to do before you get guinea pigs. Now, believe me, I get messages all the time about people who have found guinea pigs in the pet store, and maybe they went in for something else and they fell in love. And to be honest, that happened to me about 12 years ago, and I've been trying to make up for it ever since. Because what happens is you can get in over your head, you're not prepared, you don't know enough about guinea pigs. So this is your 10 steps. This is 10 things to do before you get your guinea pigs. Now, like I said, if you've already gotten your guinea pigs and now you're doing your big search, well, at least you're doing your search. There's a lot of people that think they know everything and they don't bother to research, but quickly, I'm sure you have or you will find out that guinea pigs are a lot of work and there's a lot to them. And I'm sure that if you're like me and if you're like everyone else that watches this channel, you love your piggies, or you're hoping to get piggies that you can love and spoil, and you want to do right by them and give them the best life. So here's 10 steps before you get guinea pigs. Step 1, commit to learning about guinea pigs. Now, like I said, if you're that type of person that's like, oh, I already know everything, or maybe you had guinea pigs 20 years ago when you were young, or whatever the case may be, and you say to yourself, I don't need to learn anything new, then guess what? I don't think guinea pigs are right for you, because it's always a learning process. There's always something new you can learn about guinea pigs, and the moment you think that you've known it all, your guinea pig might get sick with an illness that you've never seen before, you've never heard of. And so I don't want to scare you right off the bat with illnesses, but if you're not prepared to learn about guinea pigs, then guinea pigs probably aren't right for you. But I'm sure that you are, or you wouldn't be watching this video. So I want to implore you to never stop learning and reach out to people like me, to the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, where I'm a volunteer, and to other people in the comments. And there's all sorts of groups, and you'd be surprised. We live in this very hyper-connected world, and it's very easy to get information, sometimes misinformation, but that's why when it comes to health issues, you always want to consult a vet. But number 1 is never stop learning, and commit yourself now to learning as much as you can about guinea pigs. Step 2, ask yourself, do I have the time? Guinea pigs take a lot of time and energy. And so that means, every day you're going to be checking in on them. You're going to have to clean their cage, sometimes spot clean every day. You're going to have to give them fresh water every day and, fill their food bowl. And you're going to probably want to give them fresh veggie treats every day. Now, on my guinea pig care guide on my website, Scotty's Animals, I have a list of treats like veggies and other treats that you can give them. You don't want to give piggies too much fresh veggies because they can get soft poops. Remember, 80% of their diet is hay. Now, I'm not going to go into a full-on care guide right here. I've got a free care guide on my website, Scotty's Animals. So I hope that after you're done watching this video, you'll go through that care guide, and that will get you prepared in detail. But these are the 10 steps if you're thinking about getting guinea pigs. Step 2 is ask yourself, do I have the time? Do I have 20 or 30 minutes every day to make sure that they're fed, make sure that their cage is clean, and pick them up and make sure that they are doing well? A lot of people I know might spend even more time than that, but you definitely want to pick your piggies up every day, take a look at them, and make sure that they're not hiding some illness. Guinea pigs are prey animals and they hide their illness. And so if you got to get used to them every day, you got to get to know their behavior. And if they are showing a difference in their normal behavior, then that might be a sign of illness. But again, we're not going to go into detail here. These are the steps before you get your piggies. So step 3 is you want to now ask yourself, do I have the space? Do you have a minimum of 8 square feet? Because a pair of guinea pigs need a minimum of 8 square feet. And even a single guinea pig needs 8 square feet. But remember, guinea pigs should never live alone. If you've rescued one maybe from an animal shelter and they said, oh, he doesn't get along with others, I would say it's never too late to try. But it is true that some guinea pigs, no matter how many times you do a bonding session, they end up fighting. They like their own space, but they should still have a minimum of 8 square feet. And that's not to mention all the supplies that you might have. Now, if you set your piggy cage up on a table, then you can put some shelves, or you can have containers underneath where you can store whatever supplies that you might need for them. A big bag of hay, like I said, guinea pigs need lots of hay. 80% of their diet is hay. Every day, a big handful of hay. And so if you're buying small bags, you're going to be at the store constantly, and it's much more economical to buy a larger bag of hay and, a bigger bag of pellets. When you're buying in bulk, a lot of times you can save money. And that brings me to step 4. You want to ask yourself, do I have the money to spend on guinea pigs? Now, the adoption fee at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue is $35, and that's typically what it would cost to get a guinea pig at a pet store. Breeders might even be more expensive. Now, as I mentioned, I volunteer at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, so, resist the urge to buy guinea pigs in the pet store for a number of reasons, because a lot of times they have respiratory illness, they have ringworm. You would be surprised, every single week people come to us, and again, they've done this backwards. They have gone to the pet store, they've fallen in love with some piggies, they had to get one. Usually they just get one, and then they figure out, oh, the guinea pig needs a friend, and they come to us either for our free health checks or to find a match. So I'm glad that eventually they find us, but my goal with this video is that you will figure out about rescues and about everything that piggies need before you get your piggies. So hopefully you haven't bought them from the pet store, but generally speaking, if you're going to adopt a guinea pig, they're going to cost about $35. But what I'm trying to get at is that's nothing. That's peanuts, because you'll probably spend $35 a month in veggies, right? Not to mention their food, a bag of guinea pig pellets. Now, it depends on how many pigs you have, but a pair of guinea pigs, a big 10-pound bag should last you a month or so. Now, you just want to use 1 scoop. It's hard for me to tell you how much a bag of guinea pig pellets is going to last if you only have 2 pigs, because as you can see, I've got a bunch of piggies. A lot of these are rescues. I've got a pair of fosters down here, and I am always trying to foster as many pigs as I can fit in here. And sometimes we call it a foster fail, but the point is, you're going to be spending probably $30 on food and hay a month, and you're probably going to be spending $30 on fresh veggies. So, and in addition to that, you're going to want to, of course, well, obviously you're going to be cleaning the cage, so you're going to need fresh bedding, either pine shavings. We recommend kiln-dried pine at the rescue, or fleece. Now, the cool thing about fleece is you can reuse it, but of course you're going to be doing laundry. You're going to be doing a lot of laundry. The fleece, these aren't just fleece blankets, these are fleece pads. Now, again, this is not a detailed guinea pig care guide. If you want that, go to my website, scottiesanimals.com, and you'll see the free guinea pig care guide. I've got links to different companies that actually make dedicated guinea pig fleece. I've got all the links you need to the different things that we recommend at the rescue. So you follow that guide and you're going to be up to speed on everything that you need to know. But ask yourself, do I have the money? Now, it's not just the monthly expenses or the weekly or daily expenses, but also if your guinea pigs get sick, it is imperative that you take them to the vet. It's not fair to adopt an animal, to bring them into your home. They're part of your family. If they get sick, you have to take them to the vet, and a regular checkup or just a regular vet visit could cost anywhere from $50 to $100. Now, I recommend the nationwide pet insurance. They have different levels, and so I've been saying that it's about $75 a year per piggy, and some people are like, oh, they changed their rates. They have different levels of coverage, okay? So call them and see what level works for you. But when I just renewed my insurance, they assured me that this rate that I have for all my piggies is available to everyone else. And if you have a pair of piggies, which you should, you can get a multi-pet discount, and that'll save you a couple bucks. So ask yourself, do you have the money to do this? Because this is a big investment, not just in your time, but in your pocketbook. Okay, let's talk about step 5. Step 5 is ask yourself, am I willing to do all of the chores required? Now, I already said that it's a significant investment in time, but it's also an investment in your labor. You're going to have to clean the cage every week. Now, you might want to do some daily spot cleaning, and it depends if you have fleece or pine shavings or how your cage is set up. And over time, you will get into a groove. I can't answer every question in this video or even in my care guide. At a certain point in time, you will start to see what works best for you. And it may take a few months or a year. It may take years for you to really come up with a system that works the best for you. But ask yourself, am I willing to wash dirty fleece? Am I willing to do nail clips at home? Am I willing to do all of the things that are required on a daily, a weekly, a monthly basis? Step 6, we touched on this briefly, but let's talk about illness. Now, it's not just about your pocketbook, but it's about your whole emotional, psychological well-being. Now, guinea pigs, their average lifespan can be anywhere from 4 to 6 years, a little more, a little less. We're talking about illness. Guinea pigs are prey animals, and they hide their illness. So if you're noticing that they're not feeling well, that they're not acting like themselves, then it's time to act, because they've probably been sick already for a little while. Now, you'd be surprised how many people have said to me, or I've heard, this is just one of those things where people say, oh, it's just a guinea pig, I'm not going to take him to the vet, just let him die and get another one. That breaks my heart. That hurts me. If you are, this is not just a one-way street. Pipsqueak. You're demanding love from these animals, then you have to show them love in return. I'm going to show you love, Pipsqueak. I'm going to get you. Yeah, I'm going to get you. I gotcha. This is my little Pipsqueak. Now, he's blind, and I rescued him from North Central Animal Shelter. If you want to see that video of when I rescued him, because they were going to euthanize him because they were like, something's wrong with this guy. He was underweight and he had a head tilt, and they were just going to flush him down the toilet. So here's my North Central animal rescue adventure right here, and see if you can get through that video without crying, because even still I can't. But it has a happy ending, because I ended up keeping little Pippy. And if you see him running around in these videos, you can see that just because he's blind doesn't mean, it doesn't inhibit him in any way. You're a beast. You're a little monster.
Here, I have one more piece of lettuce just for you.
I have one more piece of lettuce just for you. Be good, okay? All right, where were we before we were distracted by this cuteness? Let me look at my notes. Okay, Yeah, we were talking about, can you deal with illness? So it's important to have a vet. It's important to set up an emergency kit, and so that if there is any illness, you're prepared. And on my website, there's going to be a theme here. On my website, Scotty's Animals, I have a vet list, and I've got a list of vets that were recommended by viewers like you from all around the country, all around the world. So it doesn't matter what part of the world you're in, I have a vet that's should be nearby you. And if there isn't one totally nearby, then at least you've got a number of vets that you could call and ask for advice. So ask yourself, am I prepared to deal with illness? And if you're just the type of person that doesn't want to take, an animal to the vet, or you just can't deal with the heartache, and that also there comes, loss, and, if it's something that you can't deal with, then maybe guinea pigs aren't right for you. Pippi, you gonna calm down? So that's step 7, is go on my website and find a vet. So you want to make sure that you've got at least one vet, but maybe 2, just in case you can't get an appointment. And that's an easy step, especially if you don't even have pigs yet. You can just look on there. All right, okay. This is the last little bit. So I've tried to make it easy for you to find a vet. So number 7 is go find yourself a vet. Okay, number 8 is find a rescue. Now, there might not be a rescue in your area. I'm starting to put together on my website a rescue list, but start thinking about adopting instead of shopping. Okay, I already said I'm a rescue volunteer, and when you get a piggy from the pet shop, chances are they're going to have a respiratory infection or ringworm, like I already mentioned, and there's probably homeless guinea pigs in your area. Who knows? Your neighbor might accidentally have had a litter of guinea pigs. So start getting those feelers out. And when you know in your heart that you saved a piggy, and those are the piggies that you're taking care of and loving, it's going to make it that much sweeter. So I really hope that you will consider finding a guinea pig at a rescue or a shelter. And if there isn't a rescue nearby, there probably is a shelter nearby. And if you don't have the ability to find a bonded pair, in general, now I've got a video about called Bonding Rules, Guinea Pig Bonding Rules, and I'll put that right here. It talks about the chances of any 2 guinea pigs getting along and what they are. And in general, boys, it's only about a 20% chance that any 2 random boy piggies are going to get along. But with girls, it's a lot higher. So if you don't have a rescue and you only have a shelter and you're trying to get a couple different girls, if you can't get a bonded pair of either boys or girls, then stick with girls, because the chances of getting 2 random girls to get along is so much higher. But hopefully you'll be able to find a rescue or somebody else on your team that can help you so that you can have a harmonious pair. So that's very important. And no matter what anyone says, guinea pigs shouldn't live alone. But, worst case scenario, you found 2 boys that needed homes that didn't get along. They could always live side by side like some of my piggies. And you can let them out on the floor, wrap your hand in a towel, and before a fight breaks out, you can just stop that and put them back in their cage. So that's always an option. Step 9, this is the comprehensive step. I want you now to make a plan. Okay, so go on my website, read my guinea pig care guide, and make a plan of action before you get your piggies. So that means learning about everything. That means learning about like I said, the bonding rules, okay? You can learn a little bit about how to tame them and what to expect. They're prey animals. And so a lot of people think, oh, they're going to just be like dogs or whatever. Guinea pigs are prey animals. And when you have treats and when you've trained them to expect treats, they will come running up to you. But, a lot of people have their piggies in these small pet store cages and they're reaching in, and I have a taming rules video that's going to help with that. But they're reaching in and their piggies are freaked out. Or I just got an email the other day and someone was like, oh, I've had my piggies for a couple weeks and they're still scared. Well, they're prey animals. They're going to be scared. It's going to take a little while before they're going to trust you. So go on my free guinea pig care guide on my website, Scotty's Animals, and go through it, learn everything. You could even start to buy some supplies, get your cage set up, get everything. If this is something, if you've gotten through all these steps and you've decided that piggies are right for you, oh, you got it? Then be prepared. So make your plan and put that plan into action. All right, now we've gotten to step 10. Go get your piggies. Nate. Here. That's the last little piece. Step 10 is go get your piggies and give them lots of love. You want to create a safe space for them. You want to give them the minimum of 8 square feet. 10 is better, but you're going to be creating a harmonious environment for them. And remember, relationships take time to build trust. And so don't expect that, within a few days, your piggies are going to just be bouncing up and down and giving you kisses and all this stuff. Who knows? But you'd be surprised how quickly guinea pigs will come around, especially if you follow my taming rules as part of my guinea pig care guide. And also, don't rush it, because just as it's going to take time for those piggies to trust you, it's going to take time for you to really learn about the subtle behaviors that guinea pigs display. So watch some of my playlists. You can watch some of the bonding videos that I've done. I've done over 50 bonding videos at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue and here. And in general, I've got a lot of videos that talk about subtle guinea pig behaviors. So really dig deep into the playlists and, like I said, be patient and never stop learning. There's a big resource, not just my website and this channel, but also the LA Guinea Pig Rescue. And of course, there's so many groups on social media, and there's so many other people that you can follow and subscribe to on all the social medias. There's message boards, right? There's all sorts of places that you can go to find information. And when it comes to like the health and wellness of your piggies, definitely reach out to a vet or two. And you want to have a whole community in your corner. And remember, I'm here for you, and you can always message me. There's a contact form on my website, so you can always message me. But also something that you can do is Google your question. If you're like, how do I clip a guinea pig's nails? You can Google that question. You can add the search term Scotty's Animals or LA Guinea Pig Rescue, and a video might pop up or a link to one of my pages in the care guide. So never stop learning, never stop using the internet for research, and also, try to make friends with other people that have piggies, and then you can ask them. It's not just about strangers that you're part of a group, but really become friends with other people that have piggies, and you can message them and say, have you ever seen this? Have you ever dealt with this? So those are my 10 steps before you have guinea pigs. And if you've already gotten the guinea pigs and you came home and realized that you don't know the first thing about what you're doing, well, you've got a lot of catching up to do, or a little bit of catching up to do, but we're here for you. So if you have any specific questions, you can put those in the comments here. You can send them to me through the contact form on my website. But I'm pretty sure that if you go through the guinea pig care guide, I'm going to answer questions that you have. I'm going to answer questions that you haven't even thought of yet. You're almost done. This is just the nub. But I guarantee that if you do the learning, if you really step up, and these are not starter pets, they're not disposable pets, they are just as much work as dogs or cats, maybe even more so, because they really depend on us in so many ways. But I think you're going to find it rewarding. You're going to end up loving your piggies, and it's going to be amazing. And I can't wait to hear about your experiences, and I can't wait to see your piggies and your setups. So I think that's it. What else?
We're here to help, blah, blah, blah. I think we covered it all, Pipsqueak. Just in the nick of time, too.
Pippy! Pipsqueak! Pipsqueak is so squirmy. Pippy, should I put you back in your racetrack? Okay. All right. Until next time, guys. Thanks for watching.